Hello, 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 everyone. How is everyone doing today? I hope you are having a splendid morning. It's 8 o'clock over here where I am. Um, Feeling pretty good. I woke up at like 3:30 in the morning, and I kept streaming. I don't know why. Ever since I've been like uploading a lot on YouTube, all my dreams are just me checking YouTube Studio over and over again. I'm like, damn, do I really deep down do I really care that much? Because it happens so much, and now I wake up and actually check. I'm like, well, that's a way bigger number or a way smaller number. Like, I remember at least two distinct times last night. The first time I checked it, one of my videos had negative views. I was like, damn, how the fuck did that happen? Um, and then I checked it again in my dream, and then it had like 100K. I'm like, I don't know why it's so inconsistent, but you know what? Sure, brain. Sure. Um, but yeah, basically now I'm gonna talk about why I wanted to do this, and then we'll get into it. So, why am I live streaming currently? And why is the title Learning About Conditioning? So, I've known about conditioning for a long time. I've been aware of it before Smash Bros. The first time I've encountered the concept was in VGC, um, where you would play like one way to get them to play another way, so that way in game two you can like throw them off, or like game three you can throw them off. And then the next time I really thought about it, it was after I started playing Smash Bros, but it was still casually. It was in my psychology class, and we're learning about Pavlov's dog, where basically this guy named Pavlov, he'd like ring a bell and then see the dogs, and then you keep ringing it, and the dogs just eventually learn, hey, ringing bell means food. And then The Office referenced this, where Jim would give Dwight a mint every time like the Windows sound played, and then he played it again and he didn't give him it. It was like a ha aha funny prank. Um, and then I finally learned about it through Smash Bros. Like just the idea of conditioning. I find it pretty hard to apply conditioning in different areas. Like how you condition someone in VGC and like actually performing it compared to like real life or Smash Bros. It feels very different. And I think the main reason why is the timing. 40 seconds in VGC, that's like a turn. You have to make two decisions. In Smash Bros, that can be up to like 20 to 30 different decisions. Or it could be literally one. It could be literally one. Sometimes it just be like that. And then I guess in real life, you just have way more time to actually get set conditioning down. Like I know like dog trainers just spend like an hour or two just like getting it down. I'm like, I don't really have the time for that. By the of my there's gonna be multiple matches that are over by the time I condition in like real life compared to Smash Bros. So I want to like understand it better, especially because I fought Castle the other day, one of the best Aegis players in the world, solo Aegis player, and I fought him for like 15 games. I took a game, I was very happy about that, but I just noticed something very consistently, and I couldn't figure it out exactly, but it really like just deep down, it really felt like I kept getting baited. I didn't know how, but I was like, are you like mashing on me whenever you're lead shopping? Or are you conditioning? Because I feel like something here is going wrong. Something is going afoot, but I cannot figure out why. And he was like, that is good that you recognize you're getting conditioned, even though you don't know how. I'm like, okay, study time then. So I feel like Robin like is such a weird character that how like Aegis and like other characters' condition in like every single scenario just does not apply to Robin. If Robin is right in front of your face, compared to every other, like even like every other sortie, it's gonna be a bit different. Why? Here's why. So Robin's out of shield sucks. Robin's mobility sucks. Robin's like just like framed like grounded moves in terms of frame data also kind of suck, and jab is really inconsistent. And my sword is larger than Mithras, but like the same minus on shield. In theory, that's great. That's perfect. But because my sword is larger, and because I don't know how do I word this? Um, because my sword is larger, uh, visually it looks like I can get away with a lot more stuff than I actually can. The other thing that you have to think about with my sword, especially Nair mainly, is that there is a second part to it. And unless I'm drifting past your shield, that second part means absolutely nothing to you. And another thing you have to consider is A-landing is a really good tech in Smash. Being able to A-land is amazing. It's amazing for everyone, except Robin. Because guess what? Even if I use a resource or do anything that costs a resource for one frame, even if I Elwin for one frame and if the Elwin does not actually come out, then guess what happens? I lose Elwin. So A landing is not an option for me. Nosferatu, that's a really good command grab. Really good. But it's like frame 16. My projectiles, even my fast one with thunder, does not let me escape that situation because it's frame 15 and also really bad on shield. If I'm in someone's face, even if I'm landing on them, it is very, very awkward because I cannot run away from them. I cannot get out of that situation. I am really bad at fighting in that situation. If I land with a Nair, guess what? Oh no, they just shield. And while there is some mind games of, oh, if I think you're gonna shield, I'm gonna Nosferatu, but both are bad options, because the real thing that I can't beat is them just hitting me. They can just hit me. Because I have no real fast moves to hit opponents below me to stop them from going, hey, you can't land there. You can't land in front of my face. No, no, no. It's like, alright, okay then. What about mid range? In mid-range, characters can go, hey, I have a burst option you have to respect. I'm fast, so you have to respect a run-up grab and like a run-up nair. But you also have to respect the fact that I can shoot a projectile or run away. First of all, I cannot run away unless they're also really slow. Because I'm throwing out that burst option I just can't get out of. If they throw it out, well, I can't do anything about it. If I try running. Now, throwing projectile in mid-range, that's something Robin is good at. I can do that. That is an option to me, but here is another issue. Now, this does not apply to all characters, but Thunder has low priority. L Thunder, Arc Thunder, they all have low priority. And some characters can go underneath them. Little Mac, when he dashes, he crouches under Thunders. Inkling, when he dashes into the ink, scot free. Now that is more niche. Now let's talk about the most popular one, which applies to most characters. Most characters Love their aerials. Aerials are really good. The exception is like Little Mac, but aerials are really freaking good in this game. Thunder, Elf Thunder, and Arc Thunder all lose to aerials due to their low priority. Now, Arc Thunder is kind of weird because sometimes it'll trade and then you get hit for like 2%. But especially if you have a move that's decently disjointed, I can't do anything about that. Now, okay, so I can't run away. Using projectile can be okay, but it's pretty awkward, and the net gain, especially from like thunder, is pretty small. I do not have a burst option that they have to respect. Why? I'm too slow. Dash attack would be decent if I could fucking move. But you do not have to respect a burst option in the mid range. The only time they do is if I catch them out holding W while grounded. That's the only way it's gonna hit. And it's like, okay, so how about you swing an aerial? So we go back to that same problem where I have to do a falling nair, and the rest of my aerials are pretty unsafe on shield. Now using arrows can be good to keep them from getting any closer to me, but if they run in and shield, that can be a problem for me. Even if they have bad out of shield options, because they are fast, they can get in and force me in that awkward situation I was talking about previously. It's like, okay, so what are the good options? I think Thunder generally can be a good option because sometimes they don't have an option that's fast enough. So I can't immediately cross that one out. And swinging the aerial into the air can be good. So I think that is really good. But honestly, I think the biggest one that is like by far really good for Robin in the mid range, there's down tilt. Down tilt is pretty good, and like the only good tilt that Robin has. So I think down tilt can be pretty good in the mid range, just to catch them from getting in. And another thing that I can do is I can just stand still and react. Standing still and waiting to react, even just for a slight moment, I think is really good for Robin. Really good. Because I need info in order to approach a situation. But the thing is with Robin, Robin has tools for a lot of scenarios. Not every scenario, but his tools are really freaking good. So if you just wait a little bit and react, then you can swing that aerial, and in mid range that can be fine, unless you're fighting like Fox, and it's a little bit awkward. Now from afar, that's where Robin thrives. I can just shoot Elf Thunders, I can shoot Arc Thunders, I can shoot Thorons, I can shoot Arc Fires. I can drain my bad resources and start getting them back to recharge, etc. Ledge trapping, he can condition the same ways as like Aegis and stuff, but generally Arcfire kind of does it for me. So that part, I'm not gonna focus too much on. Now, I yapped a lot, but why am I focusing now on this Vlad versus Falco? Because Falco has very good tools to deal with Robin's kit, and conditioning against Reflector is a whole nother aspect that you have to worry about in neutral. I'd love to see that and learn from it. I yapped for like 8 minutes, 14 minutes. My apologies. But yes, let's get into it now.
Try to bring it up on next.
Yeah, I missed that up air.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
big head.
The Lucas up air.
Brought
So I think
brought
overall,
the up
matchup is
air.
okay
Damn.
offline.
Alright,
Online
but
it's
either
ass,
way,
but I think
seems like
offline it can be
the set's
even.
about to start. The Robin versus Falco.
Another
Actually,
good
this is
thing
a
is I
really
want
good
to see his
spread.
float chart when he edge guards Falco. Like, how does he cover the side beat to force him to upbeat?
Who mains Robin and Falco? He did say like the Falco
Makes
is
sense.
literally one
You're
of the worst
forcing him to
mans
Yeah,
shoot
in the
lasers,
I
meta.
take his
imagine it
time.
has to be.
You're slowly getting
And
stage
if
control.
you make it to winner's side here, I imagine you're within the upper echelon of Falco players.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So this Falco went from being very passive, shooting lasers, to nah. I see what you're doing. You're taking that stage control. I'm throwing out an aerial. And the Forder is very good on shield. Like we can nair out shield it, but like we're not
Well,
gonna get a lot of
Leaf,
reward, and we
on the
can't
other
do
hand,
anything
though,
else out
he
of
always
shield.
made like amazing comebacks. Like even after
Nice.
the Shiryuki game set again, that was really that's
By shooting lasers, he's forcing us to go low. He is conditioning us to not jump.
a bad matchup for Robin, but he still made it back. So we'll see how it goes.
Right. Yeah. It is. It's definitely scary when you're playing against a character that can pretty
So I actually like that Thunder. He is doing Thunders and then canceling them into aerials, because whenever you shoot Thunder, there's only two real consistent answers to being set Thunder, and it's shielding and it's jumping out of shield. Falco is already shielding, but whenever you see Thunder, you like jumping a lot. And he went, okay, I'm showing Thunder. I'm gonna do the direct counter to Thunder that you're currently not doing. He was already holding shield. If he held shield, he would have been fine. He could have gotten a free out of shield punish, but that was a soft call out from Robin going, hey, I want you to think, I want you shielding, so you jump, and I'm gonna punish that jump. And it worked
much
out.
hold advantage for a very long time as Robin, considering your
Well, it didn't
options to
work out,
escape
but like
are quite
Yeah,
he
limited.
didn't
yeah,
get
yeah.
Lacking
punished either directly
aerials,
from it.
it can be a
Now
little
he's in the
scary
corner.
to use.
I like that wait. He Masa here, he immediately just threw out an aerial, pressured his shield, and then he waited a bit. Waited for a panic defensive option. His Leaf is very behind right now. It's very common to just mash like a spot dodge or a roll or a jump. And because Masa was standing still, he could react to that and then just directly punish it. But Leaf was like, nah, I'm not gonna panic. I ain't out yet.
On top of that, that shot
And see, he the moment he is out of that horizontal, he's still conditioning him to not jump. But instead of holding the ledge here, he's like, all right, he's at high percent. I need to go out there and
line
edge
is
guard him now.
really ridiculous.
Yeah, also
He messes up.
that too.
Leaf went hella low,
Masa,
which would lose to Dare, like a good Dare attempt, but you did not go for a Dare.
also known as one of the
Ooh, that was a really good
one of the
interaction.
good players for the edge guard. So yeah, and that's
By shooting it Thunder here and Elf Thunder there at that like horizontal line, because Falco was above it but getting close to it, that basically just goes, hey, you either have to eat that, you have to air dodge past it, and then you're forced to go low, and then I can down air you. I am Cornholio. I need TP for my bunghole. I don't know who you are, but that's pretty weird, so I'm gonna remove you. Thank you. Um, but yeah, you either have to jump over it, which is what Masa did. You have to air dodge past it, fast fall and air dodge past it, which means you're gonna get down aired, or you take the damage, and you're back in the same situation. But you're more off stage at a higher percent. So Masa takes the best option here, and Leaf goes for the punish for said best option, but unfortunately messed it up.
situation. Leaf will have some
Now
tough time.
here, Masa recognized that Leaf is not far enough off stage to actually have to deal with the Thunders, so he just does this. Now here, last time in this situation, he immediately threw something out, and then he waited. Let's see what
Can you
happens.
imagine?
Yes.
In fact, he already
See? Patience. Pure patience.
has like 140%.
And then he gets the punish. He waited, and then he gets the punish. Instead of throwing out an aerial, he just waited, and then reacted, and then got the punish. Perfect. Beautiful gameplay. Absolutely
Yeah.
beautiful.
That's so rough too, right? Because it's just another one of those characters that don't have any.
That's a really good back air. And he shot both that Arcfire and that Thunder's like, hey, hey, get out of that zone. Get out of this zone in front of me.
way to really mix up like
I don't like it.
landing aerials other than like timing.
What?
Oh.
Nice. So there, I think he SDI'd up, and because Falco just sits there, you're actually able to escape. And L1's actually pretty fast. L1, I think, is like frame 5, and the spike hitbox is like frame 1 through 4, I believe.
Dude, what?
That spike with
Just-
uppy.
Just mashed it
Yeah.
in the middle of the Firebird.
Well, then again, though, Falco's uppy is
Same thing. There, that was with Arc Thunder instead of Thunder. But the same principles apply. You can either shield it and take the shield damage, or you can jump, or you can roll towards a leaf. You not want to roll towards leaf, because then you're just going to get down thrown into Nair. That's very reactable, very easy to just spot. You can take shield damage, but you can either get shield broken, or you take a lot of damage with from the start, because like forward air will shield poke. Or you jump. Last time the situation, it was with Thunder, instead of Arc Thunder, but basically same principles apply. He went for the jump, wasn't punished last time, so he went for it again, and Leaf goes, nah, I'm hitting it now, and he
pretty
gets
bad.
it.
Yeah.
And now he has his lead.
Oh.
Ooh,
Wait.
the sour hits.
Oh
Still
my-
does.
Perfect. That's amazing. Masa went for the up B instead of the side B, because there's different timings, but down smash lasts for a really long time, and then after that down smash, it's just like trying your best to mix up and stall. But Masa gets clocked here,
God, bro.
Oh my god, it started
and now
with that.
Leaf goes from being behind to a huge. Now, once again, both of these players have been playing fantastically, but Leaf has a whole stock up, and that is another big part about playing Robin, is that whenever you get a hit in and you have your resources, you're gonna get early kills and lots of damage.
Sour hit and then close
Here,
out
I actually like this a
that?
lot.
Yeah.
So let's process that. Masa shoots a laser, forces him to either shield or go off stage or whatever. Leaf stays off stage, shows the Arc Thunder, and then immediately jumps. And the Arc Thunder doesn't do anything by itself, but it makes you like float, like fall a lot slower in the air than usual, just for a microsecond, and then he just jumps up, and I think he did an air dodge.
God, bro.
Oh my god, it started with that sour hit and then closes out.
Later, he goes off stage, turns here, and now here,
Like-
there's two things in the situation. Forwarder is pretty good in the situation, but it's pretty unsafe on shield. You can get back aired or potentially up tilted. So he goes for a safe play of, I don't want to get back aired on reaction. I'm just going
Yeah.
to try doing it safely.
That was
He gets
so
caught,
good patience
because
too,
unfortunately he did air dodge right in front of Masa.
just to wait out whether it's gonna be Phantasm or
And
Firebird.
from there, it's just pure reaction. He got a very good
It's
combo
exactly
off.
what happened.
Could be doable. It's just Leaf needs to find that one moment.
And so 60% of that damage was just off of a reaction. Nothing Leaf. There wasn't really conditioning or anything in that, like 60%. And then afterwards, Masa is abusing the fact that
gives so much
Robin
damage
struggles to
to
land.
Robin.
Mhm.
Nice. So there, he shows Thunder. Masa rolls, and Leaf goes, okay, so far you've shielded and then jumped, or I've done it every time you're shielding, or not currently shielding, and I've been hitting you a lot for your jumps in similar situations, so I do not think that you're going to jump, and I do not think you're going to shield on the sight of that move. I think you're going to try rolling past me. You're getting kind of desperate. You kind of want to close the stock off as soon as possible, but nah, he gets clocked.
Yeah.
He's
As long as he
24%.
gets the turn,
He jumps over the laser, gets
he
neared
gets that
again.
At least one turn. Then Leaf will.
Nice SDI.
Yeah, I can see that. Forward smash. Whoa.
Ooh, that would catch Masa holding W after that
Forward smash.
situation.
With the bronze sword though.
So now your Leaf is encouraging passivity. Why? Because it's pretty good for him. He doesn't mind taking a laser or two. He doesn't mind it. He has a lead.
They're
And Masa has shown he's willing to shoot lasers. So must have to recognize, say, maybe I probably shouldn't shoot lasers. It's probably not my main focus here.
Short.
I need to get damage up.
I don't
Roll back, very strong. You lose stage
even know what to
control,
do,
so
dude.
that
Like,
is
how
a bit
much percent does
scary.
that
Ooh,
actually
but now
do?
you have it back. Up tilt defeats the arc fire, and he goes, nah, I'm leaving the situation. I do not know what's going to happen next. I'm just going to leave it, play it safe.
No idea.
Wonder
Especially if it gets back thrown there, you can genuinely just lose
if
the
it's
game.
like the weakest force match in the game. Bronze sword.
There, that was really good. Masa did not immediately jump.
All right. A lot of patience being displayed.
Ooh, he baited. Okay, so that jump is really good for two reasons because it baits either a back air or a potential ledge jump. But he
And
just
he knew
clocks him.
that timing.
Dude,
He
yeah.
shows so much regrets on that.
And the reason why Leaf didn't do anything there on the site of that is because he's like pretty safe. If you get ledge jump there, uh, if you react fast enough, you won't get like a true combo or anything.
That is not
So he's
easy
pretty prepared
timing
for it, but he
to
got
do,
clocked from
and
the F
also
smash.
forward smash instead of down smash. Also,
Absolutely. Like, I mean,
That roll was pretty greedy. For Masa, you really want to get a lead back.
you missed that.
Leaf is just
Leaf can just
respecting
do
it.
the,
He's respecting all these opportunities where
side
Falco
B
can
to
potentially get up
punish.
tilt on him.
yeah.
So that was very risky for Masa, but he
That was a nice mix-up, and Masa just goes, nah, I'm gonna hit
done
you.
it. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, being able to find reversals at the ledge. Robin doesn't have.
He's just, those were both, trying to catch him jumping in with like an aerial, and he gets clocked for it
That.
again. Lacer to make sure he does not jump in that situation, make sure he recovers low.
Masa's forward smash right there.
Oh,
But
Yup, yep.
yeah.
Leaf is crazy. Masa, on multiple occasions, has played it very passively, just held shield and then reacted. That is the one time arc fire off of ledge is really freaking good. Because if you cannot react to him dropping off ledge, and by the time you realize that it's an arc fire coming, it's too late. It's too late. And that was beautiful. Beautiful showing of conditioning and just how well Leaf is. I learned a lot just from that one game. I feel like I understand why Leaf goes for said arc fires a lot more. Because he goes for like those arc fires off the ledge a lot. I've criticized him a lot for going for those. But I think I have to go back and watch the sets and focus less on if it wins or not and more on the logic. I think I focused more on the logic instead of did it work or did it not work. Um, but yeah, this was a W stream. Wasn't too long, but very W stream. I have learned a lot. I hope you see you guys